guys, welcome to this episode of Bob TV. This is where Sharon and I get you the opportunity to get to know us a little bit better and see how we interact with each other and how we behave in real life and answer some reader questions that you guys have sent in, which is great. So this one's a really interesting one because I am a talker, as is probably obvious through all these videos. And so I can't answer this very well because I'm the one who doesn't shut up. So I'm going to let Sharon answer it. But here we go. So Jennifer wrote to us and said, "Hi guys, how do you stop a consultation from taking up too much time? I had a couple come in the other day for a wedding consult, and I usually allow half an hour, but they ended up staying for over an hour and a half, in other words, 3 times as long. I didn't want to be rude, but I had other appointments I had to get to, and it was really dragging on far too long. How do I end a consultation that's just going on forever?" A bit like that question.
So I think for me, it's setting the boundaries with your clients. So before they come and, when we talk on the phone or via email, I make it clear that their slot is a half an hour time slot. And, when I send them information of how to get to my place and the flavors that they'll be tasting, it is all on there that I've just allocated a set amount of time to speak with them, and that they have to show up on time because there might be people before or after them. So in some cases, I've had people show up super early as well because maybe they were hoping to get a longer consultation or something out of it. I'm not too sure. But it's just setting those boundaries and letting them know, and also getting them to do some homework beforehand. I found in the past a lot of the consultations that go on too long is because people have no clue what they want. They have no direction. So they come like, oh, anything, and then they'll want to sit and look at magazines and things like that. So I used to place magazines on the table, but I don't do that anymore because that takes way too long, and they sit there reading the magazine as opposed to actually having a proper consult.
Just hanging out at Sharon's
house.
I know, really.
I know. So I took that all away, and I made sure that they do their research. So before they come, I always ask them questions of like, what's their style, and make them answer all these questions and really think about what they want. So they're not sitting there going and ah, or they're not sitting there where the fiance, like the guy goes, "Oh, I want a square cake," and the girl goes, "I want a round cake," and they both look at you like, "You do?" And that's when you go, "Oh dear, we've got a problem." So I think setting that up right, and also if you've got somewhere to be or you've got, another consult, I usually tell them like within 10 minutes of their time running out, "Guys, I'm sorry, we have to wrap this up. I have a delivery or I have another client coming." And most of the times they do understand because it's something else to do with your business. I wouldn't say, "I got to wrap this up because I'm really sick of this and I need to take my kids to the park." So
when are you people going to shut up?
I know.
That's not going to work. Don't do that.
Yeah. So I mean, using another business appointment as a reason to wrap it up is also quite a good one, I think. So.
Yeah. One of the methods I also use is that if I find people just banging on forever and ever and ever, is I actually say to them, "So let me tell you a bit about what happens from here."
Yeah.
And I say, "So once we've decided on a design," and I kind of, if that makes sense, push it forward and bring them to the ending. And I say, "Look, even if you haven't decided on a design right now, but you absolutely want to book in with me, then we just take a deposit on the design you think you're going to go with, and then we can apply it." I kind of push them closer to the natural ending of that appointment. Yeah. I make it clear that we're just not going to sit there and hang out all day, but I do it in a polite way. I just say, "So generally what happens is after we've had our consult, then we take the blah, 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 until we get to the end of it. And then if they're still kind of sitting there umming and ahhing, I just kind of go, listen guys, it's been lovely meeting you, but you know what I mean? I kind of use polite and friendly language to kind of say, it's really time to move forward.
Yeah, or even suggest to them, "Oh, perhaps you might want to go and think about this a little bit more because you guys seem to have conflicting ideas. So, it's okay, think about it more, and then if you want, you can email or call me."
Yeah, and I just would caution, if they end up leaving and then coming back, you need to be really clear about how long that appointment's going to take, or try to hash out as much as you can via phone and email before they show up, whatever. If you're going to be brave enough to let the talkers come back, that's totally fine. But just make sure that you're prepared for that. And, like we were saying, if you've got a business appointment, if you have to make one up, make one up.
Yeah.
Really.
Another white lie.
Yeah, okay. I know. I feel bad. We're telling people to be liars. But we're just telling you that so that they don't end up wasting your time. Because the fact is, consultation time is also costing you something and costing them effectively something. Yeah. So, if you've allocated a half an hour of your time and it's taking an hour and a half of your time, well, then somebody's going to have to pay for that, whether that be you or them. Yeah, so you need to make sure you're covering that.
Exactly. And I've had in the past, very rare, but I've had people who want to come back, I've had to tell them, "Sure, you can come back, but it's going to cost you a little bit extra."
And you said that?
Yeah.
Well, why not, right?
Yeah. It doesn't happen that often, to be honest. But those that are really picky and they really needy is the right word. Like, they want to come back just to show me something that they could easily email me. I would just say, "Sure, you can come back, but I'm going to have to charge you a little bit extra."
Yeah. The first, it's just like a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. First consultation is free. After that, I charge for my time or whatever you need to say. And, hot tip, if you ever go to dinner with me and I don't stop talking, just look me in the eye and be like, Michelle, it's time to go home now. You need to stop talking. I would recommend that, okay? Just feel free to be rude because I don't do subtle. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of Bob TV. Hopefully you guys have found that helpful and we'll see you next time.
See ya.